It was a gradual, shaving off of the hair. All of us boys with our vain pro hair.
We ended up, I don't want to say, but I think I went with the most extreme haircut first, and then the peaky's copy. Just saying.
I looked in the mirror and I just thought, I don't know.
We levitating, so step in our ring. You see we heavyweighting. We're champs like Ali. Niggas play by our rules cause it's our league. Express delivery, can't get rid of me. Caramatic is the issue, so skip through. I don't even need to diss you. Yeah.
It was a gradual, shaving off of the hair. All of us boys with our vain approach to hair.
We ended up, I don't want to say it, but I think I went with the most extreme haircut first, and then the peaky's copied me. Just saying.
I looked in the mirror and I just thought, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I really weren't sure about the look.
I think I've got a short straw with this one, though. Like, you know, as the younger brother, I had to take the brunt of it and get probably the shortest, most ridiculous one.
Yeah, I used to have like hair up to here, but it doesn't matter. I'll grow it back.
It's no secret. I mean, the haircut it's a hard thing to wear, you know, like especially Arthur's. It's so severe and I think like I look at like Joe and then I look at Killian and I think, oh, theirs ain't as bad as mine. It's fine when you're in a, you know, when you're in a three-piece suit and you're walking about with 100 extras and all the horses. As Joe said, no, that's great. You know what I mean? When you're on set of Peaky Blinders and you take the gear off and you know what I mean? You're walking about South London with that haircut.
You know what though? It's actually genius of Loz, the designer, she essentially, so she did her research, but she kind of invented this haircut at the same time. She sort of was like, I want all the men to have this. And it's now become like iconic for the series. And everyone wants hair like you, Paul.
Just quickly, like I've got to just tell you this story because it's God's honest truth. I was first season, right? We'd been filming first couple of weeks, me and Paul, and I get the train home and I'm on the underground going back home. It's like half empty carriage. And there's these two guys obviously work in the city in suits, two sort of 30-year-old blokes. And one of them's crying. He's obviously, don't know what's happened to him, but he's crying. There's the other mate's consoling him. It's absolutely true. And I'm sitting there, I've got my headphones in, but I've got no music playing. And I can see him talking, and they're like, he goes, come on, mate, it's all right, mate. He goes, all right, mate. He looks up at me, he sees me, he goes, mate, at least you ain't got that haircut. Genuine. And I just went,
Burn.
I wanted to go, excuse me, I'm doing a TV show for the BBC, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to suffer it.
Congratulations. I am not kidding. I came in one day and said to everybody, before I even knew you were on, I said, you've got to see the show. It's amazing.
Oh, thanks, man.
Were you aware when you were putting it together of just how crazy this thing is?
It's pretty wild. Yeah, no, I mean, I read the first two scripts.
Right.
You know, and
that's your mistake. Never do that as an actor.
Yeah. Well, if you go off the name alone, it doesn't reveal much. You know.
I know. I thought it was about dancing or something. You know,
really, you can't tell.
Right.
But it was so compelling and so unusual and unique, and yeah, I was hooked immediately.
The name Peaky Blinders is the name of the gang, right? Yeah. And they were a real gang in Birmingham. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. I mean, the name. Kind of the clue is in the title, I guess, but they had these, the peaked caps, which is like the uniform of the working class in Britain and Ireland. And so but they used to sew razor blades into the peak of the cap, and that
so that they could take your because they used to do that in Glasgow in the razor gangs. They would sew them into the lapel, so when you grabbed somebody, you'd lose your fingers. It's
not pleasant.
No, it's not, and that's why I moved into comedy. But what's interesting to me is you're Irish, clearly, and you play someone from Birmingham who's interacting with a lot of Irish people.
Yes.
Do you ever sit with an actor and think, That's not very good. That accent you're doing.
Well, the thing about this was that everybody was doing different accents.
Right.
Like I was doing Birmingham. The Irish characters were like, you know, the Annabelle Wallace who plays Irish. She's raised in Portugal. Sam Neill, he's a Kiwi. He's playing Belfast.
Sam Neill's accent is great in this, isn't it? Yeah, he sounds a bit like Ian Paisley. Yeah, is that what he did? Is that the accent he was looking at?
I think he was in for a bit of that.
Right.
Yeah, from Brimstone.
It's really weird. It's such an odd show. It's like The Wire made by Kurosawa and Brit turn of the century. It's nuts.
Great description.
Well, it kind of is. It's just bananas.
Yeah.
And what I'm fascinated by as well is that it's a working class story.
That's the thing.
So you're obviously playing Oswald Mosley, a real life MP. Were you able to do quite a lot? Yeah, there you are.
Still rocking the Oswald tash, obviously. I love him so much.
Really, really hope that's not true.
No, it's not true.
Every series we have these big sort of set pieces, you know, and that's kind of now become part of the appeal of the show. And certainly for me as an actor, it's a big part of it, because you have these big, long interactions between characters and dialogue scenes, which are fantastic, and then you have these big kind of action sequences, and this is wonderful. I remember reading it and going, wow, this is like a 15-minute sequence where no one talks. It's just pure action.
There were several really exciting beats here. We had an opportunity to have this epic, drawn-out shootout sequence between Tommy and Luca and our guys, and you know, David, our director, really laid out a wonderful sequence for us with a lot of drama.
And it was fab to shoot that. We shot it over a week, which for a television schedule is a long time, like 5 days. It's a long time to actually give to one sequence. Normally you have to shoot stuff in like a morning. So it was quite a big deal. And we tried to give it some sort of scale and some sort of sense of the city.
The Thompson, the Tommy gun, this is the most iconic kind of weapon of that era. It's a very rewarding weapon to use in a sequence like that.
I think we succeeded. It was certainly amazing to shoot it, you know, because it's pure adrenaline, pure. I don't think I say anything at all until the very end.
Those are the real fun moments when you have a chance.
Times while we were making this season, are you good or bad?
I am standing up. No different. Only about 4'5", leave it out. Can you see me now? Go on, what?
Is Michael Gray good or bad?
What's that?
Is Michael Gray good or bad?
Is Michael
And
Gray
how did
good
you
or
decide
bad?
to play it in the end?
I think he's good. I've got to think he's good. I think Michael's the next generation. Maybe the future. Let's see. Or not.
Wow. It's quite divisive.
Hey Jack, it's Tommy here. I'm just on the set of the old Peaky Blinders, mate, and I know that you've got a big fight coming up this Saturday.
How are you, Jack?
Very important that you ever feel supported, right, by the ones that love you and will support you.
Keep your fucking guard up at all times.
That's right, absolutely. So we want to send you a massive amount of love and lots of support. That's what we're doing here. And we know that they switched your opponent on you the other day.
Sly, cheeky, fucking bastards.
Very naughty. Still won't upset the tail of the tape, I'm sure, because you will handle it. That's how you roll. So, just want to let you know, we love you a bit.
Love you to pieces.
We sorted it, haven't we, for Birmingham?
We've cleared the path.
Allow you to go down there and tear it up, son.
By order of the Peaky Blinders.
You enjoy yourself now.
Good night.
By order of the Peaky Blinders.